Live from the scene in room 20, floor 5, Mayo Clinic, Phoenix. Sitting here with Dr. Kendra Clark, post-brain surgery, tumor removal, and she is 3 days into recovery?
I am 3 days. What was it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So, Kendra.
And you caught me at a really good time because normally, what am I like?
She's quite lucid right now. She has her pad thai for lunch, her chai tea, her Italian ice. A nice variety here.
And the best guest.
And the best guest.
That's right.
So, Kendra, why don't you share with us, first and foremost, how has your attitude changed from now, from about 3 days ago?
That's a great question. You're a journalist student, so these are good questions for you to ask. I think that, honestly, Addie, I feel like I was intentional and aware of how fragile life is, because 2 years ago
I'm going to shut the door because it's a little loud.
Yeah.
Hold on. Cut. Someone has a loud TV out there.
Yeah, it's my little 85-year-old.
All right, Kendra, why don't you go ahead and proceed?
Yeah, so I feel like because I really kind of felt like I was aware of the fragility of life before this, because not only because my brother, losing my brother, but also just working in neurosurgery and seeing kind of all of how life can change so fast. But I feel like, honestly, it's even like heightened my fact that like none of the things people think matter. Honestly, like I'm not saying like don't keep up on yourself. I'm not saying don't, want to have fun. But honestly, it's just like cultivate those relationships that matter, and just take time for the people that matter. I think people are so fragmented and they're so like selfie, image. But honestly, like this, like I packed for 3 days to stay in Texas, and I won't be home for like 2 weeks because of my brain tumor, and it's just like I'm lucky to be alive. I am so lucky. So it's just like you really appreciate the people that show up for you, and also never underestimate the little kind messages that you leave for people, because sometimes like when I would leave messages for people, I'm like, does it make a difference? Does it make a difference? But being on the other end, it makes such a difference, because I get these messages from people, these just daily messages, and you guys know who you're from, and it makes such a difference. Take time to do that for people. Yeah, that's a couple things right there.
Love that. So,
and if you're in healthcare, this is nurses too, and you go in to see people that have had surgery, especially brain surgery, talk really quiet. I've learned.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for that. Now, why don't you tell us, in the last week, since this has been very jam-packed week, less than a week, with all this going down, what's the biggest lesson you've learned?
Goodness, that's a really great question. Wish I could give it more thought. To really kind of reflect on this. So many lessons, but honestly, I really believe, again, to just kind of like peel back the layers and just be intentional to look at that person with your eye contact, to just take time to connect on a spiritual level with people. Don't be too busy to think about yourself and go about, and we all do it, right? I mean, I was like, had 2 seizures. I went to see patients. I didn't have time to do this and whatever. But here I am. You know, I don't really have access to my left side, and now I'm just really I'm gonna see patients differently. I'm gonna, not that I'm gonna treat patients differently, but it's just that human, kind of like that pause between, hi, I'm Kendra, and talking about whatever you're gonna talk about. There's that pause of that spiritual connection that everybody has with one another, that I think is really important.
True.
Everybody, even if you feel that they're just not, you know, they're really kind of egocentric or whatever, they still, I think, just taking that time to really identify the goodness and the greatness in other people.
Yes, that's really good. So just to clarify, Kendra, the biggest lesson you've learned is just really the importance of finding the space between, you know, human connection and what your duty is in that moment, that it's not all about going, getting to where you need to go. That human connection truly is most important because it always makes a difference in people's lives. Yeah.
And Addie, I'm glad you kind of reframed that, because it's the difference between, you know, when we meet people, at least, you know, it's normal to say, okay, I'm going to meet this person. I want to leave this impression on this person, whether it's credentials, whether it's how I look, whether it's what I do, whether it's where I live. I mean, everyone has their own menu, right? Instead of doing that, instead of depositing and thinking about what you want to leave and what impression you want to leave on that person, it's taking the time to go, you know what, listen to them. Get to know them. Don't make it about you. Make it about them. Give them a chance to shine.
Listen to understand rather than react.
You're my apple. That's my girl right there. Yeah, so it's been, you know, I have a lot of reflecting still to do. I guess in my, what did I say earlier, Addie? What did I say?
Your decision making is altered?
It's like, not my wavelength, what did I say? What did I say with my brain? My wattage or something?
Your brain connection?
Yeah, like my
wiring?
Like my ability to, well, I'm sorry. The ability my brain has to work right now, it's like limited, but that's really
you're gonna look back on this when you're
as I heal, and as it refires, and I'm able to just take time, and this crazy lady who did about 1 million things by noon.
True.
It's gonna change.
Yes, that's like music to my ears.
I know, my kids are so happy.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, hey, just patience, because you know, if you know me well enough, you know I'm patient with like people and babies and stuff. But me, patient with me, no.
And with
like
life,
cooking, no. Like if it calls for 250 degrees, I do 450. Why? Because it's faster.
Well, hey, I'll just say, Mom, that you with this altered brain state and your compromised brain connection, you still speak a lot more articulately and eloquently than many people can.
Wow.
So
thank you. Well, life is so fragile, and you know,
it is.
It's just like we're all in here together, and I've been so blessed to read the messages. I mean, it's just incredible how people, you know, social media has just been so kind, you know, in this respect, to just offer this support. It's just truly incredible how much love I feel. It's just so, you know, I haven't had a chance to really look at Facebook very much, but it's just a nice, it's such a blessing, you know. So I have a lot of optimism, and I have a lot of work to do. You know, this side of the brain had a huge mass, and so this much space has to come together and figure out this left side, and so I have to be patient with myself.
So proud of you, Mom.
As I do this and I'm flying all over the place, I have to say, calm down.
Yes. Love that visual. That was
It
good.
was so funny because when I had the seizure in the hotel, my arm, which was like just nuts, and it's just crazy how the brain is like, it totally trumps everything, is the brain. Yeah.
So proud of you, Mom.
Aw,
Such a
sweet.
fighter.
I love you. I am a fighter, and you know what? I will be back strong.
Yes, you will.
This left side will be. We're good. I just gotta get there and get past the next day or two here in the hospital and work it. But I have the most amazing children, and it's just been so great. Addie, have you learned any lessons from this?
Well, one lesson I learned in the midst of fear about what was going on is just how much I need my mom and how much I'm not ready to lose you, and how I'm probably going to need you until I'm like 65, and then you'll be fine to go. And
Whoa. That means I'll be like, that's cool, because I'll be like 90.
Yeah, perfect.
65.
You'll be like 100.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's perfect.
That's so sweet, honey.
So yeah, I definitely learned that. Well, it's just a humble reminder that life is so fragile, and that no experience is wasted to tell the people you love how much you love them. And that, like you said, the smallest acts of kindness and love just speak so loudly to the human connection and how people feel. And basically the biggest lesson I learned is life is fragile and no one is invincible, and just that I love you so much and that I will need you for a long time, that I'm not ready to ever let you go. So
I love you with all my heart, and God has, he's in control. I mean, this could have been a glioblastoma. This could have been something that could have been malignant, and just to have to stay in that space for 4 hours until I knew was really hell on earth. But I just feel like God is in control. I've seen his hand in this entire process. I've seen doors open that normally it's 6 months to get into the surgeon.
Wow.
6 months, and for me to get in 24 hours has just been remarkable. And it is interesting. I'll say one more thing before we leave is when I now take a step, I have to take a step and think about telling my foot that there's a ground right there, and I have to it's so intentional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So before
every movement,
before I was maybe on my phone, had Diet Coke, had a Junior Mint,
walking with your Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. The last thing my mind was figuring out where the earth was, But now it's okay, my foot, there's the earth right there. So it's super intentional.
Yeah. So humbling, huh?
Oh my goodness gracious, it's so humbling. So life is great, and I have an amazing support, but Addie, you are my apple. I love you so much, and we've got this, girl.
So much, Mom.
We've got this.
You know how much I love you, right? Do you know?
Oh, you know what I love about you? You're so sweet. You randomly come up to me, even before this, and you're like, Mom, do you know how much I love you? I'm like, Addie,